Here are the 5 mindset shifts that have allowed me to go from a shy, nervous, unconfident person to the man I am today. For those of you who don't know, my name is Lawrence Harris. I'm a youth empowerment speaker. I specialize in helping teens and young adults overcome limiting beliefs, build self-love, develop confidence, and ultimately create a positive outlook on life so that they can go out and create a positive life for themselves. Very big picture, but the goal here is to help you to build your mindset, build your resilience, build that self-love to go out there and achieve the goals that matter to you. The first mindset shift: love yourself based on internal value. What does that mean? Okay, so I have this suit on, I have this watch, I have shoes on, I have this stuff, I have this phone, I have this money. I'm not a millionaire, but I do have money. We can fall in love with all these outside things. We can fall in love with a shiny car. Ooh, I love that car. Oh, that beautiful woman. Look at this woman on my side, or that man on your side, or this huge house, or this office, or all this nice stuff. That's great. But if you fall in love with things outside of you, you're placing your value out here rather than in here. Rather than in here. So, you need to love yourself based on internal things. Your character traits. I'm a hardworking, loving, loyal, I'm supportive, I'm smart, I'm kind, I'm respectful, I'm dedicated to my craft, I'm helping people. Things that are inside of you. Internal value. I matter, I'm worthy, because I am. Yeah, the money's cool, the car's cool, the beautiful wife or the husband, or the place you live in, or the bank account, or this job, or I got straight A pluses. That's cool, that's great. But you have to love yourself in here. And that can be a hard process. Because I understand it. I didn't always feel this confident. I didn't always feel this worthy. For much of my life, I felt very worthless. I felt shy, unconfident, nervous. I felt like nobody wanted to be around me. But when you feel like you're being picked last all the time, it allows you to learn how to pick yourself first. Not because I have this money, but because I am a good man. I am a good person. I am good character traits. I am a good, supportive influence to my community around me. That's my set number one. Love yourself based on internal things. The way you do this is spend time with you. Observe your character traits. Observe your behaviors. Observe how you treat other people. How do you treat yourself? We can start there. How do you treat yourself? Because if you're treating yourself bad, if you're disrespecting yourself, if you're saying, man, I could never do that. He's so much better than me. He got more money than me. Oh, if you keep pushing down yourself, it's hard to build yourself up. If you don't have that self-love and that good foundation here, it's hard to build a good life out here. And if you do build a good life out here, you're going to fall in love with this rather than falling in love with you. And that leads us to point number 2. Know yourself. Know who you are. What do you like? What do you not like? What you do and don't do based on your own internal filter. Now, this might be a bit hard to process, but I'll try to explain it as clearly as possible. For the vast majority of people, up until this point in your life, everything that you know, have been taught, is based on what someone else taught you. 99% of the time, if you are a particular religion, it is because your parents are that religion. Some people do convert to a different religion. Some people fall in love with the religion that they were taught. Some people go out and they find something that they like. But the vast majority, if let's just say you're Christian or Muslim or Buddhist, it's because your parents were. Now, that's nothing against religion. is just a great example of it. Growing up as a black man, I was always told you should love basketball. You gotta go play basketball. You gotta play sports. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. And I would try these things, but I absolutely hated it. I don't like basketball. I don't. I like reading. I like fishing. I like motivational speaking. I like art. I like these things. But we often are told what we should be, shouldn't be, who we can and cannot be. And it places this box on us. It limits us to just this one little thing, this one box. And if you happen to love basketball, go ahead, play it. But unless you try something else, unless you do something different, unless you expose yourself to new opportunities, new job opportunities, new friendship opportunities, new hobbies, new skill sets, new languages, new cultures, you won't know what you really like because you kept on this one path that you were pushed down. Now, how can you actually implement this? How do I know myself? How do I find out? Okay, Lawrence, I'm getting the information. I'm seeing what you're saying. I've been told who I should and should not be. Now, how do I figure out who I am? How do I do that? Simple. Well, it's complex, but also simple at the same time. You want to journal. You want to notice how do you feel when something happens. When somebody says something about you, like, oh, because you have dreadlocks, you must smoke. I don't. But, oh, because you have dreadlocks, you must smoke. How does that make me feel? What do I start thinking? Well, I'm starting to think I don't want to be in that box. I don't want to be labeled as that. So because I know I don't want to be labeled a certain way, I know that's not aligned with me. Another great example. Oh man, come out to this party with us. Come to this club. Come do this. Come do that. Nah, I'm good. I don't do that. How do I know I don't do that? Because I have observed, I've looked at it and I said, not for me. So one of the great ways to figure out what you do and do not like, what you do and do not want to connect with, is observe how you feel in these moments when somebody says, hey, let's go do this thing. Hey, you should be this. You need to go get this certain career. You have to be this way. You have to dress this way. You have to talk this way. I'm wearing a purple suit. I like wearing suits. I like the color purple. So I wear what I want to wear. I do what I want to do. I live how I want to live because I know who I am, and I also know who I am not. Other people could go to the party in the club and do this and do that. That ain't me. You wanna find Lawrence? He at his office. He at the library. He fishing. He on the train, and he grocery shopping. That's about the only places I go. Because I know what I do like, and I know what I don't like. So when you know who you are and you know yourself that deeply, you will remove yourself from the situations that aren't good for you. Which now leads us to another point. Valuing your time, your energy, and your money. This is simple, yet it has so many bigger implications in your life and your mindset and how you will go out and achieve your goals. If you don't value your time, you will waste it. You got this giant clock over your head, and when you're born, the time starts ticking down. You don't get more. Time just keeps going by. Now imagine I'm spending my time around these people who always hating on me. I'm spending my time in a toxic relationship. I'm spending my time just worrying all day. I'm spending my time complaining. I'm spending my time doing this. I'm spending my time, hitting that pipe or doing this or doing that. Time is going by. Time is going by. You ain't getting it back. You ain't getting it back. You can get more money. You can get new friends. You can get new relationships. I don't know, you can even go end up divorced, get a new wife or husband. But you ain't getting this time back. See, this time is ticking down and down and down and down. And people start telling that, oh, you got all this time, you got all the time in the world. If you live 100, you're asleep for 30 years, you sleep 8 hours a day. Now, let's say you go work 8 hours a day. Now that's another 30 off your life. You got 30 years left. You're going to be hanging out with friends, family, all this stuff. Value your time, your energy, and your money. Because if you value your time, when we value our time, we also will value our energy. Okay, I wake up. I got energy. I'm tired. I'm upset. I have energy though. I have energy. I go up and I use this energy to go forth and attack my goals. I use this energy to go to the gym. I use this energy to study. I use this energy to build a good friendship. I use this energy to put into my relationship. I use this energy in a way that is beneficial. But same way with time. A lot of people, they be wasting their energy. Ooh, let me see what somebody else said on Instagram. Ooh, let me go see this video. Ooh, let me do this. Let me do that. Always spending their energy and their time in places where it ain't good for them. It ain't good, okay? If you keep wasting your time, you're going to start wasting your energy. The irony, though, is that people are more afraid of losing money than they're afraid of losing time. But you look at rich people value time all the way up here, and they value money probably like right here. Time up here, money up here. Time up here, money up here. They will get a private jet to save time. They will get a personal chef who they have to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to save time. They will get a maid to save time. They will get a driver to save time. Even though it costs a lot of money, they're doing it because time is up here, money is here. But the people who don't have a lot of money, and money, I'm not saying I'm no millionaire. No, I'm not. I'm going to be, but I'm not a millionaire, right, at the current moment in my bank account. People who come from lower income backgrounds have the scarcity mindset of money is up here, time is down here. Money up here, time up here. But the rich people, time is up here, money is right here. Money is important, you need it, but you need time to go and make that money, to make that business, to study, to get that degree, to get to medical school or engineering or trade school or construction worker or whatever. Value your time, energy, and your money. Don't be wasting time around people who ain't good for you. Don't be putting energy into people who ain't good for you. Don't be putting money into people who ain't good for you. Next, work harder on yourself than you do on school and work. I'm going to preface this with this right here. You need to work hard on school and on work if you have a job. But you should work harder on yourself than you work on school or your job. Because that job, they could just wake up one day and say, you're fired. They could do that. School, if you want to go become a doctor or you want to become an engineer or you want to do something that needs a degree, and that's a career path you want to go down, like you love engineering, you love being a doctor, you love this, you love that career, go ahead, work hard on that. But remember, at the end of the day, you got to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. When you're not at work, you're not at school, you got to learn something. You got to go read that book. You got to study. You got to practice your instrument. You have to take time to relax and meditate and journal and make sure that you're working on yourself, because, put it like this, you show up to that job, I'm tired. I'm tired. My back hurting. I got knee pain at 25. Oh my gosh, this sucks. You know, you at this job working 15, 18 hours a day. You're working hard. Yeah, you're getting this money. Yeah, you're providing for your family. But are you making time for you? Are you working on yourself? Are you studying? Are you building yourself up? Are you hitting that gym? Are you doing whatever it is that you could do? Because I understand not everybody got time for the gym. Not everybody has time where they can have school and then an after school job and then help with the family and then help their siblings and their parents out and still make time for the gym. I understand that is some people's situation. But are you hitting push-ups in that bedroom? Are you running laps around the block? Are you saving up money to get a treadmill? What are you doing to work harder on yourself than you do on that job, on that school, on that degree? Because these are good things. Work hard on that job. Work hard in school. Study hard. Put time in. Practice for violin. Do whatever it is that you need to do in the school, in the workplace, but spend more time and more energy and work harder on building yourself up than father or a mother or a brother or a sister or a boyfriend or a girlfriend. You are a person before all of that. So if you focus your energy more on all of this, then you focus energy on working on yourself, building yourself up, maintaining your mental health, maintaining your physical health, maintaining your spiritual health. You're doing it backwards. It's supposed to be energy, you, most of the energy here, then this. But you skipping you to focus on school, work, family. You focusing too much on that, and all you giving yourself is little sprinkles. You're giving yourself little drops, and when you start falling down and you breaking down, you're like, I can't do this no more. How you supposed to show up to the job like that? How you supposed to show up to the school like that? How you supposed to show up to your family like that? So the point I'm getting at is, yes, work hard on school, work hard on your job, but remember, you gotta put your self-love and your self-worth first. Because if I had kids, right? If I had kids, I need to put money on that table. I need to put food on that table. I need to keep the lights on. Great stuff. But if I'm falling apart, I'm like, I can't do this no more. How am I supposed to, make these videos? How am I supposed to go to my job? How am I supposed to show up to school? How am I supposed to put the work in to the school and the job and making money for the family if I don't even have energy to get out of bed? If I don't even have the self-love to get out of bed? If I don't even have the self-belief to get out of bed? So the point I'm making is work harder on yourself, put that self-love in here before you go trying to give it to the world, into school, into all these outside things. You can't pour from an empty cup. Work harder on yourself than you work on your job and school. And the last point, feed yourself good fuel. I'm going to get some water. I want this one to sink in for you. Feed yourself good fuel. Because here's why. What you put in, you will get out. Let's say I eat 10 cheeseburgers and 15 Big Macs and 5 French fries. My stomach would be out here. I would have my stomach out here, my skin messed up, my teeth is messed up, my hair is messed up, the whole body just messed up. Now, what are you putting into your mind? What are you putting into your ears? What are you putting into your spirit? What are you putting into your heart? What are you putting into your life? What fuel are you feeding yourself? Because you can't get a good life off of bad fuel. You can't get healthy body, healthy mind, healthy spirit if you feeding yourself bad fuel. And that fuel, music, food, entertainment, who are you around, habits, maybe you taking a substance of sorts, maybe you drinking something. What fuel are you putting into your mind, your body, your spirit? So, to recap, the 5 mindset shifts that have allowed me at 19 years old to have my own business, going up on stages, and doing what I need to do. Love yourself based on internal value. Know yourself based on what you like, what you don't like, what you do and don't do, based on your own internal self. Value your time, energy, and money. Don't waste time. Don't waste your energy on people who aren't deserving of it, situations that aren't deserving of it, habits that aren't deserving of it. Money. If you take that money and you invest into something such as coaching or sports equipment, or myself, for example, I have a resilience course. If you're somebody who's looking to build your resilience, build a stronger mindset, understand goal setting, hit that link. Well, this is going to post my YouTube video. So hit that link in the description. It'll be the top one in the description. You can get the course there. Next, work harder on yourself than you do on school and work. Because if you're not putting energy, time, money, effort, love, and support into you, you cannot support your grades. You cannot support your home. You cannot support your siblings and parents. You cannot support anything else if you are not even supporting yourself. Lastly, feed yourself good fuel. Music, entertainment, friendships, habits. Make sure that these are good fuel. Make sure that pouring into that you have a